Make money online with DeepSeek AI, Google Advanced Search, Yelp, and Fiverr by starting a drop servicing online business to resell email marketing services. So step 1, go to deepseek.com and type in this exact prompt. Step 2, go to google.com and type this in. Fine dining restaurant. Here, type in @gmail.com. Here, choose United States or where you want to earn money from, and yelp.com over here, and click advanced search. What you're looking at here is a list of fine dining restaurants in the US that we're gonna be charging money for email marketing services. I'm gonna show you how we can do that even if you don't know email marketing, because we're gonna be using a supplier from Fiverr. We're gonna be putting a margin on their work and we're gonna be profiting that way. This business model is called drop servicing, and as you can see, school.com/drop servicing, I've got close to 3,000 members in my community who are making money with this business model. Look, just 11 days ago, Kevin made $8,000 in profit, $149, $1,680 per month. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're going to specifically be charging these businesses for email marketing. So Google Advanced Search will create this query and it will give you a bunch of different restaurants with email addresses as well in many cases. So these pages are very important. We can check out one of these restaurants. As you can see here, for example, this seems to be a very busy restaurant, Italian restaurant, right? And imagine how it can benefit by email marketing. So first of all, what I noticed is that they actually have a button here, which is kind of hidden, as you can see. So if I click on that button, you can sign up for their email campaigns. And what is very, very interesting is that this book a private event thing is actually blocking it, which is a big mistake, and that can be easily solved. And we can also even explain that issue to them on the call and say, look, you're looking to grow your email list and bring in more visitors, but you're actually blocking that main button, which makes absolutely no sense. It would be better to have this actually pop up every single time someone comes into this website. And what they can essentially benefit is bringing more visitors from the old visitors and also upselling them as well. With that in mind, we actually are not going to be needing to use these pages even at all, because from the Google Advanced Search, we're getting their emails and their details on here already. So what we're essentially going to do now is we're going to copy all of this page, and then we're gonna go back to DeepSeek and we're gonna be typing this into here, something like that. So what DeepSeek should do here is it should do exactly what I just said. So it should give you 2 columns, business name and email. And, you know, in some of the cases, of course, it's not going to give you the email, but this is fine because, you know, we're essentially are really saving a lot of time and we're just getting these emails on a silver platter. So what you're essentially going to need to do then is you're going to need to create a Google Sheet. Just call it DeepSeek Leads. Once you do that, you're going to just literally copy and paste these leads into here. Okay, if you can find a name, that would be useful, but otherwise for this strategy is a bit more automated, probably not going to have the names. Here we got one more potential lead. Okay, so we got 3 leads in just a couple of minutes. You might be curious, oh, is that really how it's going to be on the next page? Maybe this is just an accident. Maybe it's just one page. So let's actually repeat that. Please repeat the same. And we're literally just going to copy and paste the exact same information on here. And let's just see what it's going to give us. It should give us, again, more emails. DeepSeek is doing a good job this time. Wow, that's a lot of leads. That's a lot of leads. So we're going to go back onto here. And we're copying and pasting that. 10 leads in literally just a few seconds. That is absolutely amazing, right? So we're just literally getting these restaurants' details and email addresses using Google Advanced Search, right? Using DeepSeek to extract it and then just putting it onto this list. And we're gonna be starting to email them soon. Once you email them, put in today's date when you actually email them, and then also follow up to 3 times. So first, second, third, up to 3 times every 3 days. with the offer that I'm of course going to give you in this video as well. Now that we have some email leads, we have their emails, and we also discussed what we can actually help them with. First of all is, of course, collecting emails of people who are already visiting this website. So they have existing traffic of people who go to Yelp, who go to Google Maps, who just visit their website. Maybe their friends told them about it. They already visit this website. So what is really important is to maximize email signups of people who are already coming into this website. Because currently what's happening is if I refresh the page, right, we are also now accepting reservations, please call, blah, blah, blah. What should be here on this pop-up at the bottom is, please sign up to our mailing list for any discounts and future updates. Something like that. And instead of closing button, or with the closing button, it could be there, but also signing up for an email and click confirm, which would also close the pop-up. This would be the ideal case to use that real estate because they already have a pop-up, but they're not utilizing it. I can almost guarantee if on that pop-up there was an email sign-up form, they would be getting 10 to 100 emails a day, depending on how popular this location actually is. What is really important in email marketing, a lot of people don't realize one thing. It's a great money maker because some of these restaurants really do not have a clue how to do this, and they don't even understand that, you know, doing email marketing is not something that you can just leave and think about it. Oh, we're gonna do it 10 years from now. No, it's something that can bring in and increase their revenue today. For example, let's just say somebody visits this restaurant, right, and on their website, they leave their email. If they receive an offer a week later saying that your next dinner at our restaurant is 15% off, how likely these guys are to come back to this restaurant? Extremely likely. Okay. Well, if you don't collect their emails, this opportunity is not even possible. But also, if you collect their emails but don't actually send anything, again, it's waste because nothing happens. So it is important not only to maximize the email collection, but also to send relevant offers and fast, okay? Not like after some months, but fast. Somebody registers, you have to start sending emails straight away until the person either unsubscribes or actually starts visiting your website and your restaurant, which is the main goal. So understanding the market, defining the niche, and setting the goals. These are the most important parts is when you actually get a client, one of these restaurants, right? You have to ask them, what is your goal? So is your goal to just get people to visit your restaurant? Do you want to upsell people? For example, a common upsell for these restaurants and stuff like that is actually private events. That's why they have this on their website, you know? So imagine this, they had a couple come into this restaurant, eat a dinner, and they spend, let's say, $100 together for a dinner. What would be a good upsell, right? If the email marketing campaigns would send an occasional email saying that, you know what, we actually run private events. You can have weddings, you can have different kinds of parties, corporate events and stuff like that. You know, leave your email here and we'll call you or we'll contact you back and stuff like this. This email alone can generate them tens of thousands of dollars every single year. Because if just one private party comes in to their restaurant to actually, you know, have a party or some kind of celebration event and stuff like that, it could be a few $1,000s just from one group of people, okay, depending on how many people actually turn up, what they order and stuff like that. So they might want to promote private events. They might want to promote the reservation feature. They might want to promote some new items in the menu. They might want to promote gift cards. Look, and it can be a direct money maker, right? There is an opportunity to buy this gift card on the website. Why not to start sending emails to your existing loyal people who are visiting your, restaurant on a regular basis? Your family's birthday coming up, buy $200 gift card for our restaurant and stuff like that. It can directly impact their revenues, and this is a big driving point as to why they should be thinking about email marketing seriously. The main pain point or the main, the main kind of goal of the restaurant should be understood by you clearly, okay? And it's really your job to understand what you're actually going to be offering to your restaurant through that email marketing campaign. okay? But you have to ask them for that. Now, when it comes to focusing on specific type of restaurant, honestly, I'm telling you 100%, fine dining is where you want to be focusing your attention. By the way, you can do this outside of the US. You can do this in the UK. You can do this in Middle East. You can do this in Asian countries. It doesn't matter. Drop servicing works all over the world, and as evident by a lot of people in my community. Some of them are doing this in Europe, some of them are doing this in the US, etc., etc. This business model works globally, and fine dining is the same across the world. An expensive restaurant in fine dining space is going to work in a very similar way across the world. And what is very interesting is that these are the guys who are actually going to benefit most from email marketing. But also, we don't want to work with these kind of huge restaurant chains. We kind of want to work with small family-owned restaurants just like that. We're very expensive. It's like a money trap. You come in and you spend $100. Okay, or if you have a private event like they are promoting here, they have private corporate events and stuff like that. You come in there and you spend a few $1,000s. Okay, so email marketing can pay off big time for them. That's why I'm saying focus on fine dining. This is the sector that is going to benefit most from targeted email campaigns. So partner up with email marketing service provider is step 2 according to DeepSeek. And of course, I already spoke about it. You're going to be using softwares like MailChimp, Constant Contact, it can be Instantly, it can be, mail sender and stuff like that. So these suppliers are going to use this service, these services for you. Okay, you don't really need to be a specialist in any of these platforms. They're gonna do the work for you. Okay, but somebody is gonna have to pay for these email marketing softwares, and it's either gonna be you or it's gonna be the client. But I would suggest if you want a very smooth communication with your client, just offer him the price and actually cover this email marketing software yourself. Because, for example, if you say, okay, my service is going to cost you $1,000 a month, right? So let's just say your supplier is going to charge $180, right? You're going to have additional, let's say, $50 to $70 a month for the actual email marketing software. You're looking at about $250 spend per month, right? And your client is giving you $1,000, let's say. So you're making $750 a month from just one client. That's a very, very good return for your time. And because you're actually bundling and paying for the email marketing software, your client doesn't really have to worry about registrations on MailChimp, Constant Contact, and stuff like that. But there is another really good thing of doing it that way. And if if you're really smart, you can probably think about it. But I'm gonna tell you now, like, your client is gonna be fully locked into this deal. The moment you start collecting emails into an external, email software like Omnisend and MailChimp and whatever, with the logins that you have, they're locked into this deal for a long time, okay? Of course, they might want to say, oh, look, we also want to have the logins to this, and, we want to see what's happening, how many emails you're collecting and stuff like that. That's fine. But still, they're going to be kind of locked into this deal for a while. And, sometimes, it's up to you how you negotiate it. But there could be an exit clause where, let's say, you collect 1,000 emails of the real customers who are coming to the website, right? So it's going to be real 1,000 emails, or maybe even more, 5,000 emails if you work for an extended period of time. And then they might want to just buy it off you. So they buy the account with all the emails, with all the automations already set up, okay? And it could, you could decide that, for example, it's going to cost them a couple of $1,000 to just buy it outright if they want to continue on their own. But all of this setup and monthly fees and stuff like that is actually going to take time. So you're not going to do it straight away, right? You want to go gradually, and you want to spend a few months just setting it all up so they can't just leave super quick. I would say that a much better approach is you have some kind of a pop-up like this on their website, and there's an email collection which links to MailChimp or links to another mailing provider. When they leave an email, it just goes, the email goes straight into that account, okay? And it's managed by you, so you can track the performance and stuff like that, okay? But you're not gonna do this email marketing and this email collection on another landing page. Restaurants typically will not want to do that. They'll want to keep this on their brand, on their website, on their existing URL and domain name as well. Now, step 4, according to DeepSeek. Develop your service packages. DeepSeek is saying basic, standard, and premium based on number of emails, subscribers, and campaigns, but I'll just go for this basic and premium. So basic could be something under $1,000. So for example, let's just say basic email marketing is $700 a month, $700 a month, okay? That would be about, let's say, $200 for your supplier to set things up and, monitor and stuff like that. And then you'll be making $500 profit. 700 minus 200 is $500 for you to keep a month, okay? And then for the premium one, it would basically be a lot more. So I would say $1,500 a month, $1,700 a month, that kind of range from $1,000 to $2,000. Now, why I'm saying that? Well, it's because if it's a premium one, you could work with some restaurants that have multiple chains. So maybe their revenues are in a few $1,000,000 a year. And, they could comfortably spend $1,500, $1,700 a month for a service like that, especially if you can back this up with data, with how many emails you collect, with how many clients you bring in, with how many private events these leads actually morph into, with how many gift cards are sold and stuff like that. And you can do this because those emails you can collect on a separate, MailChimp or something like that, where they can see that, okay, these emails are collected by you, not by them. This is actually a very, very good way of proving them the results of your work, okay? Now, step 5, according to DeepSeek, is reaching out to restaurants. Build a list of local restaurants or target specific niches. Use cold emailing or even in-person visits to pitch your services and stuff like that. As usual, we're gonna be using cold emailing. Most of the time on my channel, as you know, I'm talking about email marketing, how email marketing allowed me to get a lot of clients and actually make money doing that as well. So, and finally, of course, I'm going to be giving you the message very, very soon, what we're going to be sending to them. We already got a bunch of leads to send this to. So what we now essentially just need is we need to think about, okay, so when we're going to actually get a client, we need to deliver results and retain clients. This is really important. Now, like I said, think about it very, very deeply. How can you showcase results in email marketing? Like I said, the best way is if you get a client just like this website, just like this restaurant, the best way to actually generate results and show those results is to have a pop-up just like this and have email collection on that pop-up, which if they leave that email actually links to Omnisend or MailChimp or whatever, where you're logged in and you created that account, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. They're leaving emails here and it's going into that account. So simply, it's gonna be very easy for you to show to the client, look, these are the logins, these are the email signups that we got, okay? If it stays on the platform that they're currently using to collect emails, it's gonna be very hard for you to prove that you're improving the email collection, because they're gonna say, well, maybe these are people coming from our own, just people knowing about our restaurant or whatever, right? And of course, some people are going to come to this website because they already know this website, but maybe they're not going to leave the email right now because it's actually very difficult to leave it, as I showed you. But if you have an appropriate pop-up which prompts them to leave their email, you're gonna have more emails collected. Not only you're gonna deliver results by using something like this, so you're going to be sending these emails as well. So not only are you gonna be collecting these emails, right, but you're also gonna be sending those emails and you have to create those campaigns, okay? So once you start generating some email signups, you're gonna have a database of people to actually hit with these email offers, okay? Sometimes these restaurants and these businesses will actually, give you some more emails. So they might, if they like your work, if they like the results, the click-through rates, the open rates and stuff like that, they might even say, you know what, we actually have some emails that we collected before, right? So, you can add it into your email marketing software, right? And we can combine that, or we can actually start sending those emails all together. Not many restaurants will do that for security reasons and stuff, but some will do that. And what you can do with that, of course, is you can get even more leads to send, and then it's about beating their results. So if they already have email marketing of some sort, right, they're gonna have a open rate, CTR, click-through rate, right, and some data about this kind of thing, right? So as long as you can beat those numbers comfortably, they're gonna be super happy. So here, for example, you can see the open rates from 58% to 71%, click-through rate from 6% to 8%. These are extremely high numbers. Honestly, I've never seen that even that high. 70% open rate. This even looks borderline not true, because usually email open rates are about 15 to 30%. Click-through rate is up to 10% max. These numbers are way elevated. I don't know. Maybe they're real. Maybe they're not. Who knows? Why? But then once you start sending these, if you can beat your client's results, you're gonna send some reports like that. Your supplier, of course, will provide that. You're gonna send it to your client, and you're gonna be like, look, we're actually giving much better results. We're bringing more leads. We're sending these emails and upselling for gift cards, private events, discounts and stuff like that. So it is dedicating a lot of money to your bottom line, okay, which is very, very important for them, because if they're spending $1,500 a month, whatever, right? $1,700. It's up to you what you negotiate. They want to see financial return on that. It's not just beautiful emails they want. They want to see return on that money. These restaurants, they want to see their money back. And if you can deliver that money back, they're going to be super happy. If you actually don't have a name, okay, well, all you want to do is you actually want to just choose all of these, right? Literally just copy all of these, and we can send all these emails in one go. I'm going to show how to do that, but let's just send 3 for now. This is the template that you want to use. In BCC, you want to put those restaurants, okay? What this is going to do, right, is going to make sure that they're all receiving email at the same time, right? But the other restaurants are not seeing that they're receiving the same email. If you put it in CC, this will show it to all of them, okay? This would be very, very bad, okay? Do not send this and a lot of emails from your main email mailbox that you use for college, for work, whatever. Set up a brand new Gmail, because if you're going to be using it for email marketing, there is a chance of it going into promotions and spam later on once you start emailing a lot of these restaurants. So do not do that. Set up a brand new email campaign. All you got to do then is just click send. This looks absolutely really, really good. This is a very good question as well. More visitors to your restaurant. Like, who doesn't want that? Come on. Get to about few hundred leads, start emailing them, start following up with them. And like I said, you want to be charging a monthly fee, okay? You don't want to charge just one-time setup, just set it up once and go. No, you actually want to sign them up for a monthly fee so you can make money repeatedly. Like I said, for a basic package, you want to be charging about $700. For a larger package, between $1,500 to $1,700. So your premium package is going to be not just the email sending and collection. It's of course going to be copywriting as well. Actually creating those offers of what you're going to send. As you can see here, there's the text over there, titles, descriptions, and stuff like that. All of this will be done by your supplier, and of course, this you will deliver to your clients. If you're interested in making money with drop servicing, I've got a ton of videos, over 100 videos, and you'll learn a lot by watching my latest 10 videos. And finally, if you're looking to make money with drop servicing, join school.com/drop servicing. This is my group where you can find a lot of client wins of people making money constantly, all the time. There's new posts about that. There's also, of course, general discussion with literally posts every single day where people are posting about their challenges, what they're doing, how they're getting clients and stuff like that. So if you're looking to make money with drop servicing, I've actually got also a 3 months drop servicing mentorship. In one of these corners, there's going to be an email where you can apply to work directly with me. So instead of watching, 100 plus videos on drop servicing and learning it for months and months and months, right? You can literally just work with me where I'm gonna show you what is working the best right now, what are the best niches, what are the best services to provide, etc, etc. So thanks for watching this video. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna see you in the next video.